Here we have a Hyundai Amica. It's fitted with the 1.1 petrol engine. It's a 2007 model with roughly 57,000 miles on the clock. As part of the service today, we're going to be doing an engine oil and filter change. So, as I do with all my oil and filter changes, it's a good idea just to loosen or remove the cap, pull the dipstick, one or the other or both. Just allows air back into the engine as the oil's draining out underneath, and hopefully it will go a bit smoother. For this oil and filter change, you're going to need a means of removing the oil filter. I normally use these grips, but the access looks a little bit restricted, so I'll be using one of these cups which fits on the back of the oil filter. The sump plug, you'll need a 17mm, whether it's a socket or a spanner, whatever you have to hand. Right, we're underneath the car now. I've got a 17mm socket. I prefer to use a single hex where possible. It just reduces the chances of slipping and rounding things off. So there's our sump plug. I'll just crack that loose. Make sure you've got your drain tray or bucket ready. The engine's warm on this, so it should come out fairly quickly. And the oil filter on this engine's located up the front. It's a little bit difficult to see, but we'll have a go at removing that next. I'll just pop this down here and we'll let that drain down for a while. Now usually I'd use these slide grips to remove a spin-on filter. You can get quite a good grip on these and just unscrew them. But being as where this one's located, it's quite difficult to access with those. So I've got one of these sets which you can pick up quite cheaply, all different sizes. I've got the new oil filter here, and it looks like that's a pretty tight fit. So I'm going to give this a go. You can just put your ratchet in there, and hopefully we'll get it off with that. So it's located up there, a little bit difficult to see. I'll put this all on. Can't get much of a swing with the ratchet either. Might have actually been easier from above looking at it. I'll take my watch off. I wonder if it's quite tight. Yeah. So it might have actually been easier to do from under the bonnet. Once you found out where it's located, you can get a bit more of a swing on the ratchet from above. That's coming off now. yeah, make sure you've still got your bucket or your drainer underneath. Will be some oil to come out of that. Right, there we go. One thing to bear in mind, I should tip some of that out. When you take these off, make sure that it's still got the rubber seal in it, because they do just pull out, and sometimes they can get stuck on the engine. And obviously then you won't be able to fit the new filter correctly, it won't seal, so just a little something to bear in mind. Plonk that there for a little while, let that drain down. Here's our new filter, which as you can see isn't a genuine Hyundai one. One thing you need to do is just put a little dab of oil on the seal. Just helps it to not stick. They only need to be hand tight. Get that back on. A little bit difficult to actually get your hand around it to tighten it. Oh, that's not so bad actually from that angle. That should be fine. Now I've got a bit of brake cleaner here. I'll just give that a little blast off where it might have dribbled down. That's it. Next we'll get that sump plug back in. And before you put the sump plug back in, just make sure the washer isn't split. I mean, usually they're good to go several times. So this one looks okay, it's an aluminium washer. I mean, when you pick up your parts, you can usually get another sump plug washer. Sometimes it's a good idea to buy a new sump plug as well if it's been in and out quite a few times. As long as you take your registration number with you to your to whoever you use, they should be able to recommend the correct parts for your particular engine. The oil filter for this one, as I said, it's an aftermarket part. You should be able to get one for under £10, a reasonable quality brand name. Engine oil, at this moment in time, you should be able to get a 5 litre tub for around about £50 of a reasonable brand name. You can get a lot cheaper, but I tend to go for kind of mid-range. Okay, next we'll drop it down. As I was going to say, you can find a tightening torque for all fixings on a car, but you just got to be sensible, just nip it up and don't overdo it. We'll drop it down next and get some oil in the engine. Okay, I've got my homemade funnel here. Again, make sure your dipstick is still pulled. This time to allow air back out of the engine as the oil goes in. And hopefully stop it doing that. This is clearly a very slow filling engine. Wasn't too bad. I will give that a wash off with some brake cleaner when I'm done though, in case I spill some more. I'll just pour this very slowly. Some engines you find you can just pretty much upend the jug and it will take it straight in there, but others, like this one, they have a baffle plate just beneath the filler hole where we're filling up here, and it can slow it right down. But definitely make sure you got your dipstick pulled up, because that will help. So when I picked up the oil, they recommended 3.1 litres of engine oil for this particular engine. I'm going to go with just under 3 or just under. Fire it up and let it settle, and then check and see where we're at on the dipstick. I just prefer to top it up in small dribs and drabs rather than whacking the 3.1 in, and actually that's a bit too much. Having too much engine oil can cause engine damage, just like not having enough, a different type of damage. And if you find you've put 3.1 in, it's too much, you've got to get back underneath and just try and drain out a little bit, which can be a bit tricky, a bit messy. That'll all run down. I'll have to give that a wipe off. Okay. Dipstick back in, that's on, sump plug in, filter on. I'll fire it up. We'll just let it tick over. It's not a good idea to rev an engine as soon as it's started, especially one that's just been drained of oil. It can take a little while for it to circulate. Oil pressure light's gone straight out. All sounds normal, sounds good. That should do. So we'll just let this stand and settle now for 3 or 4 minutes. Obviously make sure your car's on a flat level surface, because that will make a difference when you check the level on the dipstick. Yeah, we'll give this a little while to settle, and then we'll come back with the level reading. Right, the engine's sat now for a few minutes. As you can see, we've got a dot there for the full and another dot there, low, minimum. Make sure you push the dipstick right down. And as you can see, that's bang on the full. So that was actually about 3 litres, just under the recommended amount. So it does go to show. Don't always go by what you're told. Wipe that bit off. So that about brings the job to an end. All that's left to do, as I do with most of my jobs, just give this a little road test, and I'll bring it back in, double check the oil filter and sump plug, make sure there's no leaks.